Solarian Prime, however, can do a lot. Frostbolt should always go face. That's not bad. Okay. Wow. Huh. This should be interesting. So the deck that today's highlight is from is this deck right over here. It's Elemental Dragon's Highlander Mage. And a little bit different than your normal Highlander Mage, it has a lot more of an Elemental and Dragon package. And then we've also got Starscryer as a draw for our just 4 spells in the deck. We've got Deep Freeze, Power of Creation, Puzzle Box of Yogg-Saron, and Pyroblast. And so with all of these expensive spells in our deck, we've got Naga Sandwich to reduce their cost and surprise our opponent with a burst of power. It is definitely not the best version of Highlander Mage to try and climb with, so I don't recommend it for that way at all. But if you're looking for something different to do with Highlander Mage, you might check it out. We had a lot of fun with it. Check out some of these highlight games. Wow, that was close. Okay. So, Calicos. We only have the one Naga Sandwich. If we get any of our spells, it's worth it. So yeah, okay. Mana Giant, we can discount to 7 with this. Should have Hold Zephyrus for next turn to give you Fireball. So, if I had done that, let's see, I swiped. He wouldn't have been low enough. Was that before or after Galakrond? It was before Galakrond. Yeah, I was hoping that, like, Zephyrus would be able to give us something there that was lethal, but apparently at 6 mana there's nothing to do 8 damage. At least direct to face. So, okay. So we did pick up Deep Freeze. That's good. So we've got one thing to pair with Naga Sandwich. 1 of 4. And yeah, casting this on turn 6 feels pretty good, actually. But yeah, if we had held Zephyrus, it would have been a very different dynamic. But now knowing that there's not anything he could give us lethal right there. Maybe right. What would Zephyrus give us here? Because otherwise we're just pinging face. We don't have a good turn 4. He actually probably will give us a turn 4 play. Okay. Defender of Argus or Flame Imp. Brightwing's not terrible either. Defender of Argus is not guaranteed to actually have something sticking around. Our opponent is a Supreme Archaeology deck, which is interesting. Which also means he probably has quite a few control tools. So, good chance there's a Dark Skies or something coming down here. Which means Argus or Flame Imp are both pretty poor options. Hellfire extremely unlikely in almost anything that's meta right now. Well, then again, I don't think anything Supreme Archaeology is meta. So, our opponent is playing a fun deck, though. At least. Okay. We cannot kill that, can we? No, but I don't mind playing this. And what's... oh my gosh. What's really cool about that is that we actually got 2 generators for Mana Giant. Alright, I like it. Calicos. Unfortunately, Arcane Missiles in hand right now does make Naga Sandwich less enticing to play right away. We can drop this down to 6. Oh. We could Cobalt Spellkin. Play 3 1-cost spells the following turn. Let's see, we're going to go to 8. That'll take us to 9. We'd have the space. Our opponent's not putting anything out there that we need to deal with yet. That's also kind of interesting. We could play this and ping, And then next turn, Naga Sandwich. Okay. So. Oh. That. Well, it gives us a minion. 1 for 1. Okay. So. Damage. Damage. And this, we do have a dragon in hand. So. A lot of our 1-cost spells deal damage. And spell damage on that seemed enticing. So I thought there was a good chance we would get something we would be able to use together with Astromancer Solarian next turn. That does require our opponent to actually play something, though. I wonder if he's a Rafam deck. What is going on? Okay. So we could just drop Living Dragon Breath here. But now I really want to play Naga Sandwich next turn. Let's see what we get off of this. Let's just drop it for the stats. And Mana Giant is now super cheap. I'm sure he's got board clears though. Yeah. Alright. Naga Sandwich. Like, a super expensive Arcane Breath when he's not playing anything on board, I don't really care anymore. Unless he plays something that we actually Arcane Breath first. And then Naga Sandwich. Which is fine. Because alternatively, we're just Naga Sandwich and ping. But yeah. We can't actually target that. But interesting. He hasn't played anything. We did not play an elemental last turn. Correct? No. So yeah, we're doing this. And this. We set up potential lethal. Because if we can go face and ping him in the face and then pyroblast him in the face, he dies. So, you know, there's that. Oh, we don't even need the ping. We just need the Naga to go face. Probably has Aeronathi Broodmothers for healing. Could also have Nether Breath. So, good chance he survives. Dark Skies also saves him. Solarian Prime, however, can do a lot. Frostbolt should always go face. That's not bad. Okay. Wow. So yeah, that was good. And we had a 5-mana Pyroblast to finish him off if he had stuck around. Even if he had... Let's see. Before she went off, he was down to 5 health. Double Nether Breath is probably the best to recover. Yeah. Astromancer Solarian, or Solarian Prime, is actually really good if you can get her off. Wow, that was good. I mean, normally you don't Conjurer's Calling into a Priestess of Fury, so, you know, there's that, but, that was good. Okay. Starscryer, excellent. And, so, turn 2, turn 3, we could keep coin Arcane Servant. Actually, we could coin Arcane Servant on 1, just to give us some counter pressure against a Demon Hunter. And now, even if they drop the Battle Fiend, Arcane Servant actually lines up pretty well against it. So, I think I'm going to do that. Because most Demon Hunters right now are still tempo. Him having a turn 1 hero power feels pretty good for us. But most of the time they're going to be able to put some pressure on turn 2 that we want to deal with. Okay. He didn't trade in. I am going to go ahead and trade in. Because now he has to hero power and run the little 1/1 into the 3/1. This is more resilient. So we're going to go this way. And also, if he's not able to deal with it, it can usually remove something he would be able to play for 4 mana. It might have been threatening enough to keep him from playing anything. Wow, that was good. Let's just put stats on the board. I care about that more than face damage. So, let's do that. We do have a dragon in hand, so Malygos aspect of magic feels pretty good. Okay. Immolation Aura. Everything dies, including his own, so that feels good. And then we've got a nice, beefy follow-up. So, some kind of semi-controlled tempo. I don't think he's OTK. They don't normally run Moarg, do they? 8 mana Fireball or Frost Nova. Polymorph would feel pretty good on a Priestess, or if he's got the Antian after it goes off. Malygos' Fireball, 8 mana, or 8 damage. We've got Pyroblast, so that's 18 damage. So if we can do 6 damage over the next couple turns, we're gonna race the Demon Hunter. That's scary. But he's probably going to take some more face damage himself over the next couple turns anyways. So a surprise Malygos Fireball into turn 10 Pyroblast. As long as we're still alive, and we're looking pretty good right now. I mean, if it is OTK, then he could just kill us here in a couple turns. But fortunately, Kael'thas is now 7 mana instead of 6. So that might have hurt the deck quite a bit. Okay, he's using Twin Slice. Why he's using Twin Slice is beyond me. Unless he's trying to open up space for Eye Beam. Okay. Still not enough. Our opponent is puzzling me. Okay, we got to play Alar. Sometimes, let's see. This is 9-10 damage. Oh man, sometimes he just takes so much damage that a Malygos Fireball is really freaking good. Hold on. So this is 11-12 damage? Or 1 off lethal? Right? 11-12? There's no reason not to go, right? Or do we Siamat here? Divine Shield, Wind Fury. Because we're 1 off. But we don't get any better next turn. I'm gonna go for this. Again, we're racing the Demon Hunter. So we are set up. I mean, there's no minions on board, so he would have to Eye Beam his own in order to heal. Okay, he will get the 3 mana heal for 8, probably, off of this. We can freeze his face with Deep Freeze. Zephyrus, 8 mana. 6 mana. Apparently doesn't give us anything great. So, freeze his face. And then next turn Zephyrus, depending on what's still sticking to the board. Reno, and then he ends up with a taunt, which we can freeze. Reno, then Zephyrus? I think leaving that frozen is fine.
Life and hope are worth fighting.
That's fine, and that's fine. Okay, so we just put stats out. Next turn we Pyroblast. And if it's not enough, we've got pretty good stats. Zephyrus for Fireball Lethal, GG. We didn't have it because he's got a taunt in the way. This is not a taunt! It's the backside that has... Oh my gosh. You're right, I miss Lethal. I thought this had taunt. So, this card is so powerful that it makes opponents think you have taunt. Yes, Shadow Scream, you are perfectly correct. I miss Lethal. It didn't matter, but... Oh! That's twice today. My 20-second delay stopped me from warning you, Rip. No. Oh. You are completely correct. It did not have taunt. It was fine. It worked out, but we definitely put ourselves at unnecessary risk. And that's it this time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to tap that like button, smash that subscribe button, and share your perspective in the comments below. You're awesome. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.